Welcome back, tribe. So we have an episode here recommended on Discord. Save $80 every time you go to a grocery store. Stop buying ribeye steaks. So haven't seen this, but something I'm personally interested in as well, hopefully.
What if I told you I could save you $80 to $100 every time you went to the grocery store?
We need that more than ever.
Done. Value added, value received. In this video, I'm going to show you how to save a ton of money on cutting your own ribeye steaks. Who doesn't like a ribeye? If you don't like ribeye, we can't be friends. I got this steak from Costco, and it was about $10 a pound. I went to my local grocery store to buy a ribeye that was already cut. We're talking $16 a pound. Now is the time for you to learn how to break down your own meat. And I'm going to show you how to do it. It's not that hard. And just with a few skills, very little equipment, you're going to find that you're going to have this best quality steak that you can have for the least amount of money. Let's talk about gear. Let's talk about knives. Okay, so what I have right here is it's what's called a breaking knife. It looks a little bit intimidating, but it is not. It is very easy. It helps you get through this big piece of meat. If I'm trying to use a tiny little paring knife, I'm not going to get anywhere that I need to go with this little tiny knife. Big meat, big knife. Don't be scared. I'm going to leave a link in the description. There's one on Amazon for like less than $40 or $45. At that price, when it becomes dull, we'll just get a new one. So don't be scared about the knife or an investment in a knife. Just get the cheapest that'll get the job done. I'm going to show you in the description. I'll link to what I use. All right, so the ribeye sits between the chuck and the strip loin. So what happens is right here, you can see that this side's a little bigger, has a little fat under there. That is the chuck side. So on this side of the cow was the chuck, and this goes into the strip loin. So we're going to start going from left to right. So what we need to do first is to...
By the way, this is incredibly informative and valuable. Also, you can go to the butcher and get these bigger cuts, probably cheaper for higher quality than you would at some grocery store. Most grocery stores, they don't even carry cuts this big. Everything is already packaged up, sealed, and charging you up the ass for every little slice. To go get a huge piece like this, a couple of huge pieces like this, simply get your cuts set up and then freeze your meat only to be taken out when you need it will save you, oh my God, so much money. I mean, especially today with inflation, this has to be drastically altering your budget in the best way possible, because the way I got around this was just buying ground beef. I go to a farmer and I buy ground beef, grass-fed, grass-finished, roaming cows out there naturally, and I used to buy it by like 20, 30 pounds at a time and just freeze it. But this, you can finally get some quality cuts. I want to see what he's going to cut and how he's cutting.
Even out this edge because we want a nice flat steak. So we're going to...
Because look, ground beef, although it's good and it does the job, it's ground beef. Sometimes you just want a whole steak, man, on the grill to eat something that's incredible with a lot of marbling, intact muscle meat, you know? You could only get so far with ground beef.
See where it comes to the end there? A nice cut right there. Now, nice and easy. See? Now it's nice and flat, and we're going to continue to cut steaks all the way through. The best part about doing your own butchery is the fact that you get to choose what you would like to do. So I am going to make a nice prime rib roast, the first cut, okay? So I'm going to go probably right to here. That's going to give me a nice, 2-3 pound prime rib roast. And I'm going to make a prime rib out of it. Again, this breaking knife, you can see how it goes through. Nice and easy, just like butter. There we go. All the way down. And that's the reason it has this curved tip, is so you can come up with your hand and it comes down with the knife and goes all the way through. So there's a nice big prime rib roast that I'll make. This is a great prime rib for probably 2 people. 2 people here. But look at that. Look at that marbling. Look at that intermuscular fat. This is a choice ribeye, guys. This is not super prime, but look at that. That is so good. I'm just going to cut more steaks. I'm going to go 1.5 inches, 1.25 inches, something like that. But I like a nice thick ribeye steak. And there's going to be some trim on the bottom, so you want to make it a little bigger than you think you need, okay? All the way through, slide back. Look at that one.
And that cut right there is what you get from Costco in those little like 3 to 4 packs. where they're charging you 50 to 60 bucks per pack of these kinds of steaks. How much is it to get this slab of meat total for you guys?
Do it again, all the way through, slide back.
That looks great.
All right, let's talk. Have I done anything complicated yet? No, I haven't. I just cut some steaks. We just slice them down the middle. That's it. Just slice them. Haven't anything complicated yet. Let me know when it gets hard, okay? I know you're intimidated by this big cut of meat, but let me know when it gets hard. All right, we just keep cutting down. These are about a pound a piece, anywhere from 14 to 16 ounces, I would assume. We're just gonna keep going down. All right, here we go. Beautiful ribeye steak. All right, now we get to the end. So how are we gonna do this? This goes this way, this goes that way. We gotta deal with it. So when you get to the end, the best thing to do is before your last cut, you got to make a plan. I got to figure out how I'm going to get this straight and how I'm going to get a steak out of this one. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to square up the other end, okay? Square up the other end, and then I'm left with one huge steak, which I'm going to cut. These might be a little thinner, but again, different steaks for different people. My mom comes over, she likes a medium well steak. Well, I'm gonna have to have a thinner steak so I can get a nice medium well for her. These are great steaks right here. Everything gets used, everything gets saved. But these are like the butcher snack, okay? So I can quick pan fry these and have a little snack before anyone else gets theirs. Now I'm gonna take all these steaks that I got, and now I'm gonna just trim up even further. I'm doing this kind of backwards for the camera, but again, this part will be towards you. But again, I'm just going to make a nice cut right here, and this piece we're gonna save the meat and the fat. You can take this fat and make beef tallow with it. It's really good to cook potatoes in. You can grind it up into your hamburgers. I have a video on that, on how to use your steak trimmings to make hamburgers. So we're gonna make a nice looking ribeye steak with this. Some of that hard fat off. Again, check the bottom, make sure, just give it a check. Look at that. We got a little bit of connective tissue from where rib eye connects ribs. So grab another one. Look at it. So we got a little bit rough on the bottom. So I'll just give it a nice little slice on the bottom using that breaking knife up like this. Arm, hand up. It causes the knife to go down and do the work for you. Like this. Leave a little bit of fat on there. Again, that fat is going to melt while it cooks. So we want that. We want that fatness flavor. But here we go. Nice ribeye steak. Check that beautiful steak. Woo! Remember, as the ribeye goes down, the steaks look different, okay? We got one that looks like this, and we got one that looks like this. This almost looks like a strip almost, because it doesn't have that wheel of fat in the middle. And this one, super pronounced fat in the middle.
Yeah, and I'm looking, so while he's doing the cuts, I'm looking at the prices here, and I'm seeing it range per steak, $13.99 if it comes in its own pack. More actually, sorry. That's per poundage, but if you get it sealed by itself, you can get in the 20s and higher. And that's just regular store prices. Now we're talking at Costco. The internet is saying, guys, I'm not in America, so I don't know exactly, but let me pull it up so you guys could see. We're talking $13.99 per pound or $55 to $60 per package. And this is what I was talking about. They come in these packages just like this. This is what they look like. And here's the price, $19.99. But this is for prime. The difference between prime and choice is just the marbling, and it's honestly overrated. It wouldn't be worth, if the jump to you where you're living is between $14 and $20, absolutely not. It's the same nutrition. You don't need all this extra fat anyways. And this, of course, is as of January 2023. Let me know what you guys are paying and what state you're in for, give me a New York strip and a sirloin ribeye. I mean, look, here's the comparison at Walmart for USDA choice. Angus ribeye steak, $36 for this pack. That comes out to about 14 bucks a pound. And this is grain finished, grain fed, not even good quality. You know, it's Walmart.
The only thing we're going to do is This has a little bit of extra fat on it. We're just going to trim it up. This is not hard, guys. We have not done anything hard yet. And we're not going to do anything hard because it's not hard. It's intimidating because it's a huge piece of meat, but it's like, it's not really that big a deal. This is going to make... Actually, let me know in the comments if you want to learn how to make beef. I'll show you exactly how much we saved this cut you have lived. And this is all the steaks that I'm going to show you exactly how much we...
Publix price, yeah, look, $16.99. Costco price, $10.89 a pound. Difference, $6.10 a pound. That's huge.
On this cut of meat.
$80.
If you like this video, I want you to watch more.
And those are nice looking cuts, man. So what is this? Butcher Wizard, guys, give him a follow. It probably has a ton of videos, but this one will be super helpful for the guys looking to switch up their diet and have more control, especially after all the videos we watch with what happens eating out in China. But, you know, unscrupulous tactics used for increasing profits at every restaurant from top down. I mean, we've had, only because we heard about it in the news, some high-end restaurants have been caught using less than ideal quality foods just to save a penny here and there. You never know when it could happen. Those of us that have worked at restaurants constantly warn others. Or you ever notice that the people that work at a certain restaurant will go, I never will eat there. After working there, I can never eat that food ever again. After seeing what goes on behind the curtain, they choose not to eat it. Now, if they choose not to eat it, why should you? Simply because you don't know. That's why. So videos like this, I think, are super informative and helpful. And his channel is doing a lot of good. So go show him some love. Take more power back, man, with the food you put in your mouth. You can save money. You just have to put in just slightly a bit of work. What is it to take 5 minutes on a huge rib roast like that and just cut up 7-8 different steaks for yourself, saving you that much money? Or you could go the route I go if you're super lazy or just dirt broke, is just get a bunch of ground beef. Just try to find a good quality cut of ground beef. Grass-fed, grass-finished. And buy by the boatloads. The more you buy, typically, the more you'll save.